Good morning, hello, and happy Monday. I've got a we're moving on to a new fun thing that that we need to work on. So as you might be able to see, I added some things over the weekend. I added a live stream section and I embedded the live stream into the app. I'm pleasantly surprised to see that it comes in muted already, because the documentation said that it wouldn't, but apparently it does, so I'm happy with that. What we're working on now is the live stream VODs section. So I want down here like a list of 3 or so VODs. I don't know if I'm going to use cards for them or if I'm going to do the same thing that we have here, which is just like an embedded video essentially that you can go and watch, or just head out to the stream. So I was playing around with Hasura because I figured like I had a few different choices here. I could directly make a call from the client to Twitch, but of course I would need to embed my private keys into there, and that's not a good idea. And not all of you will be logged in with Twitch, so I can't really choose that either. I could create a proxy server and run it on ECS, or I could create a Lambda function. Or the final option is I could create a Hasura action, and that's sort of, I experimented around with that, and actually I got it working. But I don't want to do that for development side. I want to just create a just like a manual thing here that I can then set up and get a Hasura action for, and then grab that offline mode, and then do the real one on the real Hasura. So that's what we're going to do today, is create a server that will basically serve up some JSON that we'll then use as a proxy for what the real live stream VODs are going to be like, for both testing purposes, but also just development purposes. I don't want to have to like rely upon an external API for dev. Like what if I want to dev like offline? Right now it kind of works. This will just be nothing showing up, but everything else should work just fine. So that is what we're doing today, is going to create, and I figured let's create an Axum server. So previously I'd created like a database, so like an API type thing, just in the repo here. I'm thinking for this one, it's actually going to go into database, because this is going to be a JSON API, or like, I guess like just a dev proxy API. And so I think I'm going to put that inside of here. And right now, this metadata migrations, production, seeds, this is all Hasura stuff. I want to move this into the appropriate places. So let's also do that. All right, so we have .env. Let's make a directory, call it like Hasura, and I will move .env, not the compose, the config, yes. So config init. Well, I guess init is part of the compose. So I want metadata, migrations, production, and seeds. I'm gonna put that into Hasura. And the rest of this is just the compose stuff, which I wonder if I want to move that into its own thing too. Maybe. This will also affect our GitHub actions, so that's a thing. Okay. Let's see, is that right? I'm in BB34 is the name of this branch, which is part of this sort of issue that I'm working on right now, which is displaying the Twitch VODs. Okay, so if I've got that, let's go ahead. I'll keep the other ones. I'll keep the Docker Compose out here. I think that'll be fine. I do have. Let's make the change while it's fresh. So not deploy, end-to-end test. Yeah, here. I CD into database. We do the Docker Compose up wait. I need to then further CD into Hasura, and then I can then I can do the Hasura metadata apply. Okay, so that makes me happy here. Let's make sure we have the latest Rust. We do. So I want to create an Axum server in here. EKS, hello. I am using Z Shell, and then on top of that, I have Oh My ZSH installed. I like it. It for me, the way I've configured it, it's mostly out of my way, and it just gives me the ZSH stuff without me having to like do a lot of configurations myself, which is really nice. But yes, I like that. I've looked at Fish and some of the other ones in the past, and it's just like, I just want this. Maybe I'll change my mind in the future. We can look at it again. Okay, so I've got the latest that. Let's do a cargo new. So I also have a Windows machine. I've done some programming on that too. I usually use WSL, and inside of that I have ZSH and also Oh My ZSH installed there too. What I've basically done is I'm using Oh My ZSH to keep a super consistent view and sort of workload across all of my devices. I also have a Linux machine somewhere. It's a little bit not working right now, but I installed Oh My ZSH on that too, so that way everything could just be very uniform and similar to each other. All right, so cargo new. What am I doing with this? I'm gonna create a. Right now, this is just gonna be a proxy server. No, it's not gonna be a proxy server. It's gonna be a sort of like a static JSON server that serves things for actions. So maybe I'll just call this like a JSON server. Because I don't know what I need for it in the future, if I need anything for it in the future. So I might just name this like a dev. How about like dev API? Cargo new dev API. Let's cd into dev API, and let's go find their documentation on Axum. The reason why we're going to do Axum is because I just, constantly getting myself used to it is really good, especially because I really like it, and I want to be able to I want to integrate it into the Introduction to You course and have that be a back end course for the front end. All right, so what do we need? Do I need Tokyo separately, or did they bundle it? They didn't say. Or if they did, I missed it. Yeah, so normally they have like an installation. They go straight to here. I wonder if I need to go to crates first. That might have better documentation. Nope, exactly the same. Okay, so it's just their README. All right, well, we know we need Axum at the very least, and then it'll yell at us for what things we need otherwise. So let's go ahead, and we're here in Dev API. Here's our cargo add toml. We're going to do a cargo add Axum. I probably want the macros. I don't know. Ooh, inside the documentation, they had a list of the features. Somewhere in here. Feature flags. Okay. We might want to use header type stuff, but I'm going to wait until we actually do need that. JSON enables the JSON type and some similar convenience functionality. That might be good, but I'm going to wait until that one. Macros is enables optional utility macros. Okay, so optional utility macros maybe is not everything. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get started, and if I need those features, I will add them. Okay, so we're going to use Axum. Okay, so I want to pull in. So in Dev API and source, let's create a live.rs. I want to pull in. Okay, so we have this. We're going to need Tokyo. They don't show this being used. That I kind of find it hard to believe that Axum just pulls that in. I'm going to need Tokyo, aren't I? So we're going to make this async. And this is Tokyo main. There's no way that's going to work. I mean, it's not yelling at me yet. We're going to Axum server bind. Okay, so I think we're going to server bind in here. So Axum server bind. Not getting any help from Rust Analyzer, so I'm thinking that something is severely wrong. Okay, Because of that, I want to just get over here and try running this. Find out exactly what is wrong quicker, because Rust Analyzer is not helping me. I probably need to restart it. Okay, use of undeclared create or module Tokyo. Okay, so I need to do that. Cargo add Tokyo, and let's see. I think I need the macros to be able to do what I'm doing here. Or is it Tokyo macros? Let's go find out. Tokyo Rust. Asitsu, hello. RT multi-thread and macros. Is that what are those two what I need? I continuously just immediately forget it as soon as I get through this. You still don't have Axum in this list, which is really too bad. Sure, let's go through. Okay, you're doing features full, which I could do. I have a few Rust projects in the same workspace. Does VS Code handle it correctly? It used to be horrible and not work at all. Specifically, it was Rust Analyzer that would just go absolutely insane. It's getting a lot better now. Okay, so this is great. It just wants me to use full features. RT multi-thread. I don't. Do I have a workspace cargo.toml? I don't think I do. What I've been doing is telling Rust Analyzer and pulling in all of these projects separately. So they're in the same directory structure, but I'm pulling them in by just doing add folder to workspace and then bringing in the project itself. That may not work here. Like I might not be able to get away with that anymore with database. We'll see. It's possible I'm gonna need to remove database and then pull it back in with just like the Dev API. All right, let's bring in these. Okay, so RT multi-thread and macros. So add Tokyo, RT multi-thread, and then F macros. Okay, back to you. So let's try restarting Rust Analyzer. And that might work. Oh yeah, I get the run now. Okay, so it's happy again. So yeah, VS Code and Rust Analyzer has come a long way working with like multiple projects in the same folder or in the same workspace. Okay, so have you all happy? This is going to be just a route on / for hello world. Let's see if that works. Do I want the application cargo to accept? How about no? At least not from outside, from within the computer, I'm fine. Let's do this again for database. I want to do a, how do I want to test this? I can use ThunderClient actually. New request. Let's go to local host. What port are you on? Port 3000. And I get my hello world. Excellent. All right, so I want to take this route and I want to move you into, well, I guess I just want to like create a route in the main library. All right, so what I need to do is I need to grab a bunch of JSON, like a JSON objects, which I'm okay with storing in here. And then just serving that out, because that's the entire point of this. Is this can replicate a Twitch Twitch API, or close enough for it. Okay, so I want to I wonder if I want, do I need like a function to hold this in and then store these off? Maybe I want this in there too. So if you're async man, oh, okay. I think I know what I want to do. I want to take you, put you in here. This becomes run. You do the exact same thing, and in main, instead of actually doing all of this, you call run. Use, what did we call this? This is dev API run. I needed to save it first. Okay. All right, so then you don't know what this is. Okay, so import you. Import you. And why are you saying that you're never used? Oh, because you're private. Async public? Wait, no, it's pub async. There we go. Okay, so now I can run you again. Everything is still working. We're just fine. Okay, excellent. So right now I'm okay with having our router just sort of sitting up here. I want it to return a bunch of JSON. A get request is fine, but let's go double check how Twitch is. Let's see, it's like dev. It's not get streams. I think it's get videos. There's so much. Here it is. Get videos. All right, so gets video information, and then this is what it ends up looking like. So I want to essentially return this. We can maybe create like 3, 4, 5 of them, and then I'll return all of those as part of this sort of mock API. Then in production, we're gonna get the real stuff using And this is this server is going to be basically pretending to be a Twitch API running, except it doesn't need any authentication, as it were. Although I could make it require that too for development purposes. That might be good. Okay, so I want to get to the videos. Let's do path mock Twitch videos. Your handler. Okay, so then I probably want to create a new file, mock Twitch.rs. I want to put a handler function inside of here. So the handler functions. It's an async function that accepts 0 or more extractors as arguments and returns something that can be converted into a response. All right, so we can go to handler section. All right, well, if I just do this, it will return an empty 200 OK response, which for like incremental building, this is going to be fine. So we're going to do a pub async function. This will be get videos. Okay, so this returns a 200 OK. So I want to I think I just pass in a reference here. So this is going to be the videos. I don't want to call it. I just want to pass that in. And I think that'll be fine. Okay, so if I go to mock Twitch videos, let's also, what is it called? It's cargo watch. Cargo watch -x cargo commands. So it's going to be run, run on change. Okay, so you should no longer work. 404. Twitch. What did I? Mock Twitch videos. And I got my 200 OK. Okay, so I want to return JSON. Do you have a suggestion of these? Handler is an async function. 0 or more extractors, arguments. Okay, so I don't need arguments right now. And return something that can be converted into a response. Okay. Right, so it could be string. All right, so I want a JSON. Anything that implements into response can be returned from a handler. Axum provides implementations for common types, like, for example, JSON. Yeah, right here. Okay, so JSON, and then JSON will get an application JSON content type and work with anything that implements Serde serialize. Interesting that it's like JSON vex string. Oh, it's because of this. Okay, I got it. All right. If I tell you to be JSON and I just hand it this, I wonder if I'm going to need to implement this as a struct, and then that would be serializable. Do I have to actually serialize it? Oh, anything that implements Serde serialize. Okay, so I need to use a Serde JSON value. So I need to bring in Serde. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's do cargo add Serde. I need Serde derive. And then I need Serde JSON. Well, wait. Unrecognized feature Serde JSON, but I added it anyways. Okay, I'm gonna have to go remove that. I want Serde JSON here. Oh, you didn't add it. Okay, never mind. They kind of made it look like they was adding it, or at least attempting to add it. All right, so what I can do is inside of here, for mock Twitch, get videos. I'm gonna create a struct. So struct for like a get videos response. And let's implement this in here. I guess I also need this data as part of it. So you're gonna be just, I'm gonna move this to my other screen so I can actually see it a little bit easier. Okay. You have data, and then you're gonna be a vec of something. So we're gonna have a struct. This is gonna be a video. Okay, so this is gonna be a video. Call this a Twitch videos response. Video, Twitch video. Okay, so you're gonna have an ID. That looks like it's gonna be a string. A stream ID, which is Now they have this as null, which means it's an option with probably a string inside. I don't know why they would like have their examples have null in it, not showing the exact type that it's going to be, which is great. User ID. Because now I don't know which ones are actually optional that might not come in. User login, string, user name is a string, title, a string, description is a string. Created at seems to also be a string here. Okay, this would be interesting. So viewable is public. To me, that feels like it should be an enum. So I'm guessing we have public, private as the two choices here. Okay, so viewable is going to be a Twitch video viewable. They have them as lowercase, which I think there's a way for me to then say that's lowercase in here, but I also think it might just work. There is a way in what is it? It's Serde enum lowercase. Sure. Oh, this rename equals name. Can you give me some examples? Oh, it might be field attributes. Yeah. Where does that? Oh, okay, inside of here. So okay, that one will change it to a lowercase. That would be fine, but I want to deny no, I don't want to do that. Okay, this is a field attribute. Okay, so container attributes are across all of these. So container attributes is probably what I want, and I want lowercase like this. So rename all the fields if this is a struct or variance, if this is an enum, according to the given case convention. Okay, so I want this. Rename all equals lowercase. Okay, so that will make that be public here for this viewable. All right. View count. Now that is a number, and that looks like it gets decently high. So I think this would maybe be like a U64. It might be an F64 because they're working with web stuff a lot, and JavaScript only has an idea of what an F64 would be. I'll try a U64 for right now. I mean, once it gets into the web, it doesn't really matter anymore. Language. So this has, I mean, I don't really know if I'm getting my own stuff. I'm only doing English stuff, so this should be fine. Yeah, type is, now that's interesting. Okay, so we have type that's upload. They have a list of types that these could be. Oh yeah, type. Okay. Type of video. Okay, so I'm gonna create that here. Because I do actually have some, I create archives and highlights, and I don't want those. So enum valid values. Okay, so an enum Twitch video type. These also look like they're lowercase. Okay, so we have all. No, that's we have upload, archive, highlight, all upload, archive, highlight. Okay. You are upset because that is not found a keyword type. Okay, so I need this to be something like video type here, but I need to override this and tell you and a field attribute rename to type. Which I think that'll work here. Okay. Duration is a string. That's interesting. It's a string with like 3M21S, which, I mean, I guess I get it, but it just feels hard to parse. I don't understand why they wouldn't do like number of seconds. Muted segments. So you can actually see what was done here. So this is a vector. Of a struct Twitch video muted segment. So this has a duration, which is probably like a U32, and an offset, which is a U32. And that's it. Okay. Oh, I guess they also have a pagination at the same level as data. Okay. So they have a pagination, which they show is going to be completely empty object. Cool. Nice. So we'll do a struct Twitch Twitch videos pagination. And then you are going to be a Twitch video. Okay. All right, so a bunch of helper types for this. What I want to be able to do is mock up this. I might want to create a function off of these that create them. That might make sense. So I can impl you. Is there a mocking library in Rust for like just random strings and other things? But ones that like actually make sense. I'm thinking something like random titles, random descriptions. It could just be lorem ipsum. I wouldn't care. But then like a random date string. That'd be really nice, because then I could implement that and have this be a lot more realistic and have it be like random every time that I load it up. Then I can do my impl on Twitch video to create them here. Also, just looking at this, I'm already feeling pain from having the getter video here, so I want to change. I want to change this around. So we have source mock Twitch. I'm going to create a new folder. Mock Twitch. I'm going to move you in there and rename you to mod. And then we'll have a I guess this will be video. Call this like videos that are s. I want to take all of this stuff all the way down to you, cut you out, and throw you in here. So even if I create a sort of like static one, okay, so if I import Twitch video, let's say, all right, so ID. This is apparently just a random number in string form, which is interesting. I could bring in rand. And then for some of these, that would make sense. Actually, I think rand will be helpful. There's a Serde. I don't think I've ever used rand Serde. Okay, so let's do that. RNG equals, oh, it's mute RNG. Rand the red RNG. Okay, so for the ID here, this is just a random number that's been two-stringed. So if I do that our ID is going to be equal to RNG dot gen range, it's going to be range from low to high. So let's just say that you're like 1 to like something like that. Oh, and then to string. Yes. So to string. Okay. Stream ID apparently is just a none. I'm gonna do the pattern where I put them, define them up here, so I can later on do easy other logic if I really want to. Okay, so stream ID equals a none. Okay, user ID. I could make that a random number. I also know what my user ID is, and like it's pretty easy to find. I don't know if this matters. Let's do user ID is. I could hard code this, or I could again do the same thing where I do rd.gen range. Okay. User login is the username. Okay, so let user login username is apparently the same thing, except maybe it's capitalized. Okay, the title is going to be the title of the stream, which would be this would be really nice if I could like have a random string out here. I wonder if there is like a lorem ipsum crate that I could use. Oh, there's a lipsum. I mean, that seems fine. Oh, and I can tell it how many of the words to print out. Okay, that works for me. Oh, use lipsum title instead if you just need a short text suitable for a document title or section heading. Okay, that actually is perfect. Okay, so let's do this one. So this is lipsum. No features to work with. All right, so for title here. Ipsum title? Lipsum title. Okay. Description. And this takes a number of words. Let's do something like 25 words. A nice long description. Created at. Now this is a string. And the created at looks something like these. So I wonder if I could use, there's a time, I can use the time module in core maybe, along with duration. So create a random duration that's like time ago, and then convert that into a time. Is that something I can do? So can I use time, core time, oh, that's like a duration. That's not what I want. I could also, can I use rand to create a random like date? Not necessarily seeing anything good there. That being said, it would be fairly trivial to make my own using RNG gen range. What I could do is say, I want a random day. Well, I could actually just say like they're always going to be 2022, let's say. And I could just change the day and, oh, the month and the day. And then I can just have these all be at the same time. So let's say I do something like this. So let me format. And I would change you there, and then everything else. I mean, heck, even these I could set for like hour, month. Yeah, I don't think I care about that. So then for all of you, the RNG dot gen range. So let's see, month would be 0. Does this month start? I think it's a 1 dot dot 12. RNG dot gen range. That would be the day. So what? 1 dot dot 31, let's say. Good. We can go 28, just to like make sure it can't do something weird. And then let's just say that I like to stream at the same time every day. So that would be, well, which is kind of true. It's like 0700. Like that's when I went streaming. So if I do that, that's my created at. Published at I would imagine that would be the same thing as created at for the most part. URL. Okay, so that will be. I think I'm just gonna hard code this to my stream. Took you forever to find the fake crate. Whoa, there's a fake crate. Oh, this is exactly what I was looking for. A Rust library for generating fake data, just like Faker for JS. Except we can't use Faker anymore because the author doesn't want anybody to use it. Faker name locales. This is looking like exactly what I want. Like word, first name, title, number with format. Is there like a date? Oh, there's everything in here. Time, date. Okay, I want to use this just to experience it because this looks great. Thank you, Institute. This looks like an amazing find. Okay, so we are switching over to this. Cargo add fake. I'm gonna remove ipsum. So cargo remove ipsum. Okay. Adding fake. I probably need chrono and time. I don't know if I need those. Okay, so then back into here. All right, remove you. I don't even know if I need rand anymore. So, okay. We have this ID. So what I want to do is fake okay, so I could just do it maybe a number. Number with format. But okay, I just need probably digit. So that being said, do I need to add, I don't see like a number on here. Okay, so fake fake. Okay, how do I use this again? Okay, so let f equals faker.fake, and then okay, so it's faker.fake. And that's it. Oh, that literally gives me a type derived dummy. Oh, where I can tell it what to do with this. Oh, wow. So I can then have it just like build out the entire struct. Right, where order ID is exactly like this. Oh, that's fascinating. I wonder if I want, well, it's a string. It's a string, so it's not exactly what I want there. But okay, so faker.fake, and then give that the type. So if I want these things, so then faker.number with format. So is that faker.fake that number with format? So I'm not sure. I'm not seeing that. Let's go take a look at their documentation. I want number. Okay, so fake faker number in number with format. The documentation for the dummy crate shows how to use it. Okay, so well, that's in a struct though, right? How do I tell it to be like X size? Like, I guess baker equals that. I just need to make it to string, but that won't be happy with that. Eight to 20? Types U can be generated to fake value T if T is dummy. Oh, interesting. So this is just a random type thing that we create here. So it's a range. We then do dot fake string. Is that right? So can I do something like 1000 dot fake? So that gives me an ID here that's between these two. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So then stream ID would be essentially the same thing, I think. I don't know. I'm going to leave that as none. That'll be fine. User ID. Okay. So user ID is I want this to be I want to have I guess I could want a username. So I think that's under internet. I want internet username. And so how do I use username? That'd be fake fake. Yeah, but where did I get username? Fake. So I don't think there's username. Okay. Oh, here it is. Username dot fake. There you go. Okay, so that username came from faker internet en username. Oh, cool. Okay. User login is wait. That was user ID. Hold on. I want this to be the username. I want you to be the same thing as this. We'll just make you 9. Okay. User login is that stream name. Okay, so username is, let's just do the same thing here. Title is okay. Want name title. Probably a sentence. sentence 1 fake. Description will be sentences. I want 4 fake. Created at. So that's gonna be this time. I want probably a date. Uh-oh. Okay, what was that? That was faker, fake, faker. Okay, so then inside of here we have date. Is it because you're really unhappy? Also, what are you upset about? Oh, you need to be a range? Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be a range. That's interesting. Still can't find it. I have to fix all these other things first. What are you? Let. Inline fake. Why are you upset? Do I not need fake on this one? Yeah, no, I totally do. Oh. 0 and 1. No. Following other types implement trait dummy. I don't want to. Well, okay. So the big reason is I don't want to accidentally publish my stream keys and all that stuff, and like have that be local. But I totally could do that. I was thinking about having this be just like something locally that I could then set up my local Hasura to hit, and I don't have to like have all of that stuff in different files that like I'm pulling in via environment variables. Which would be that would be nicer for setting this up. That being said, yeah, I know I have to hide it, and like I definitely can do that. Maybe I should. Sentences is a vec string, can use join. Oh, really? Okay, so wait, sentences is a vec string. So hold on. So we have sentences, that comes as a sentences, so dot. What's interesting is that it doesn't give me the choice of into iter because it's a sentences. But it makes me wonder if I just use sentence here, and I use something like 1 dot dot 4. I mean that's a lot nicer for this. That being said, and I really hate to do this, but I have I have work that I need to go to, and it's about time for me to head off. Which means that I'm leaving in a really nice cliffhanger, unfortunately. I kind of want to do Faker now because I really like Faker on JS, even though I can't use it anymore. So having this be something I can use would be really nice. I am not seeing any of my people online that we can raid. So I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm gonna end it right now. I'm not gonna work on it tonight, so that tomorrow morning we can continue on. I want to do Faker for this, just to sort of like see what it is and play around with it more. It might be better just to do the real one and just like try not to expose my environment variables and do all those fun things with it. Part of this is really to like actually just get the experience with Axum, and that's another reason why I want to do this. So I have multiple reasons behind the scenes. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Sorry I couldn't finish this. We're getting like halfway through this here. So tomorrow morning we will finish creating this this type. We'll use Faker or Fake for this. I think this is gonna be one of my favorite crates, just already looking at it. And then set up Hasura to point at this locally, which I think is gonna be really cool. So with that, once again, thank you for hanging out. I will see you next time, whenever that is. Have a good rest of your day, and bye.